Hi, welcome to Tammy's Tiny Tots Reborns, and this is video number 5, and hopefully we can get the doll finished today. I did not do as many layers as I would do for a bigger reborn because we just didn't need to, but we're just doing the basics on this run. So we are going to do our veins right now, and I will show her how to do the veins. See, it's dry, so I have to add some of this to make it not dry. So I had made a mistake on the first video. I said we were painting silicone. We are not painting silicone. We are painting reborns. I don't know why I said that. It was an accident, but we are not painting silicones. We are painting reborn dolls, not silicone dolls. They are just little miniature
the reborn dolls, because you can tell because like these ones move their legs.
Well, you can tell because they're vinyl. That's why you can tell.
Yeah, and silicone. Because we're using like little tiny brushes and we're using these.
Well, you use tiny brushes on silicone too, Elena.
We don't use these on
Yes,
silicone.
you do. You use everything the same except it's a different kind of paint. It's silicone paint. When you paint a silicone, you're actually painting the doll with silicone. The paint is made from silicone. When you add layers of paint onto a doll, you just color the paint to make it look like silicone, or to make it is silicone. It's made from silicone. So you're just basically adding another layer of silicone onto your kit is what you're doing. All right, let's test this out, see how well it works. It's actually not too dark, which is good. So now I'm going to take this and I'm just going to go, say, on her leg and wherever I want to put a vein. Very gently, I'm going to draw a line like that. And that's all I'm doing. Very, very gently. And then one on this side. Like that. Okay. And then once it's done, then you want to take this and you're going to go like that and make it blend in. But is it not quite dark enough? This paint is not quite dark enough. I need to go a little bit darker. 1 second. Where's my vein?
What color that makes it darker?
Yep.
It looks like solution.
Well, it's not. It's thick.
Oh, that's really thick.
Yeah. But when we mix it into the paint thinner, which is the liquid in that bottle, which is what I have in here, we mix it in here,
it gets darker.
It makes this thicker. So yeah. Sometimes if it's too thin, then we have to add a little more. Just means that there wasn't a lot of paint left in the bottom of my jar when I finished painting last time. All right, so we'll try that again. See if that's any darker. That's a bit darker. Let's try that. I always do a dab like that so I don't have a puddle come onto the doll when I first do it.
It looks like it's drying. Looks like it's drying.
See how little and light I am?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to put one on her tummy.
Everybody needs a vein on their tummy.
See that? Are you looking?
Yep.
See? Very, very tiny. See, I'm just using the very tip of the paintbrush. I'm not squishing the brush down.
You're not going like this.
Yeah, you don't need to squish the paintbrush down.
You don't have to go like this.
We'll put one here on her back. And we'll put one here on her neck. Just a tiny one. And usually when I'm making a big doll,
we add even more veins.
Yes, I'd put one here on her chin.
Right, not by the hair. My chinny chin.
And one on that side of her chin and cheek. And then I always put one on the dolls I make right here on our temples because we can see our veins and baby's veins very, very well on our temples. So I always do one here on the side of the face very gently.
I'm going to do one like right here.
And another one on this side.
I'm going to do one right here on each side.
Yeah, do you see veins in my cheeks? But you see my veins up in my forehead?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have them in your cheeks.
But
you can see them running under my neck.
Oh yeah, I see them running up.
Yeah, you can see them running up my chin, and you can see them in my temple. And with a baby, you can really see them in their temple. Sometimes if you look very carefully at a baby, when their heart's beating and they're sleeping, you can see their temples beating.
And you could like look at this doll and see the veins.
And then I'm going to put some on her arms real quick. And then I'm done with the veining on her because she's so tiny. She doesn't need very many veins. And I usually do my veins first. And then after I've got them all on the doll where I want them, then I'll take my sponge and I'll go like this just to spread them out a little bit so that they don't look. See how right now it looks like I just drew with a little bit of a pen?
Yeah.
But if I do this, watch. They fade in. You can still see them, but they're fading in and they're not looking like I'm writing with a pen anymore. So you just want to smudge them out a little bit so they don't. It's very hard to show them on camera because the veins are so very, very tiny. So it's almost impossible to see on camera. I can try showing you, but you probably won't see
like this?
The veins that I've put on this baby. Yep, that's pretty good. Just very gently with the brush and do not push on the brush. You don't want to push. You just want to use the very tip because you're drawing a very thin line.
Yeah, I just did that with my very, very tips.
There. Alright. Actually, you can use the same one I used instead of using the butt part.
Like this.
Very, very light.
There I did one vein on each side of the head, two on the stomach, and
yeah, you definitely don't want your doll to look like you drew on it with a pen. No one wants to see that. See how that one still looks kind of like pen? Just noticed. Look. See how that kind of looks like I drew on it? But if I do this, watch. See how it fades into the skin?
Yeah.
And now look at it. Doesn't look like I did pen anymore. It looks like a vein.
This looks really good. Just did one on the arm.
Okay, that's probably good. Now you want to.
I did one on one arm and I didn't do one on the
other. Well, hurry up and finish with the other arm. These babies are really tiny. You could even avoid, like, not even do the veining if you didn't want to, but because they are a very tiny baby.
I'm just putting mine like this. I can do that. And
here, let's put this little one back over here. Cover up her hoo-ha, as Ferret calls it. Alright, I'm going to close the paint. You don't need any more paint. You've got enough veins on that baby for 3 babies. Alright, so we're done with veins. Put that back.
Mine does not look like it got drew by a pen.
Yeah?
The arm kind of looks like it. Does it kind of look like a vein now?
I can't see it in the dark. You need to put it in the light. Yeah, it looks like a vein. Alright, so the next step we're going to do is we're going to do one more flesh color. And we're going to do one more flesh color, and then we will do our blushing and do our tongue and stuff after we do our blushing. Now, normally I would do much more finer details on the nails and stuff, but these nails on this baby are so tiny that that's almost impossible. So that would be another whole full step. And I probably would have done another layer of creasing on this baby, but I'm not too worried. It looks pretty good, and I'm not too worried. It's going to be a gift for a 4-year-old, so it doesn't really matter that it's not 100% perfect. So here's a sponge for you, and we'll take this.
And do you just have to dab it all over them?
Yeah, you're going to just dab it all over this baby, just like we did the very first few skin tones. Okay, so I'll show you what color this is on here. See?
Looks like a skin tone.
Yeah. All right, so we'll do this, and you can dab it all over your entire baby.
Even on the veins?
Yep, over top of everything.
On the head?
Normally, I would, on a bigger baby, I might bake before the veins or after the veins, but it's not a worry on these ones. So we're going to put one more skin tone onto this baby, and then we will bake it, and then we will do our blushing and our lips, which will be our final touches on these babies.
Now this looks like a real baby. And then I'm going to also have to paint the tongue.
Yep, that's when we'll do the lips. You still watch for any pooling that you might get in between fingers or in the hands.
I forgot about the hands. I haven't done that yet. Because I was so busy on the face.
You can add a little more paint if you need it. If your brush is or your sponge is starting to get a little bit dry. Give her an extra little skin tone.
It's a good thing this though. You can literally make it stand like this so you can do the back of the head.
Yeah. So we're showing you a very short, a quick version of reborning in a sense. We're not doing as much
as you
of the layers as you would do on a bigger kit. Because the bigger kit, all your details are going to look a lot bigger and you need them to be bolder.
Fabulous.
She rolled onto her back. Why is that a bad sign?
Because I'm doing her back.
Oh. She shouldn't roll on the side you're trying to paint.
Yep.
And sometimes I'll use a brush and get into spots that I can't quite get. Like, I'll go in on the face sometimes with the brush just so that I can spread it around and it doesn't.
It looks like an oily baby.
It doesn't pool.
Again.
Same with the ears. Sometimes I'll use the brush and just go around. Even on my bigger kits, I'll go around the ears with the brush a little bit as well. And the neck, in those little spots where it's harder to get. Where it's a little harder to get into the... You can use a brush and then just go back even with the sponge and sponge some of it off.
What brush I could use?
I'll give you this one in a second. I'll give you this one. Just give me 1 second to just do a couple more spots and then you can use this brush. All right, there you go. The blushing will go on over top of this. Sometimes I'll do my whoop, just dropped her on there, silly girl. Sometimes I'll do my blushing before my last skin tone, depending on the kit, on how it looks. Sometimes the skin tone can, if you do it after you're blushing, sometimes the skin tone can be toned down, or no, the skin tone can tone down. I'm just gonna pick her up with my fingernails. Sometimes the skin tone can tone down the blushing on you, and then you're like, oh no, my blushing, it's like it doesn't look like there's any blushing on her face anymore since I did. Okay, lay her down until I go back over her with
just her palms of her hands.
So I will sometimes do my blushing again after my skin tone, my last skin tone, if my skin tone happened to lessen the amount of the blushing, make it look not so blushed. But I find that it just depends on how that painting time is going, on what on what I'm experiencing in regards to the paint. So sometimes it just needs an extra blushing, or the blushing seems strong, and putting the skin tone over top can lessen the blushing so it doesn't look so strong when you're doing your final, when the baby's finally completed. And then sometimes you're like, oh, need a little more blushing, so you can go in and you can add another layer anytime you want. You do not have to follow the layers and the way I've done it. You can follow other, anyone else and stuff. Now I suggest, because you've got a bit of puddling, see it around the eyes is puddling, just go like this a little bit, just to get a little bit of moving it around. But I got it, so you're good. You just don't
getting hair on it.
Yeah, well, it's your hair. Keep your fingers out of your hair. You touch your hair and you touch the baby with hairs on your fingers without even knowing they're there. Because you keep playing with your hair. So don't touch your hair and then touch the doll, or you'll end up with streaks on the doll, or hair pieces. All right, so we have this skin tone and the veining done. So we will pause or stop this video for now, and we will come back after they are baked and cooled a little bit, and we will add their blushing and their lips, brighten up their lips a little bit more, and their tongues, because they both have sticky. Hers is the sticky outy, mine is just inside the mouth. We will do that, and we will blush up the belly button and the nipples a little bit more, and yeah, and maybe a little bit of blushing in the inside the ears a little bit more, add a little more red to that. But we will get that on the next video. So hit that like if you like this video, hit that dislike if you didn't, because that's okay too. But most of all, everyone, stay safe, smile, and share a smile with a friend.
Subscribe.